tear up the ground. Looking for somewhere to get composted. We need something to fight, like we need grub to drink. Looking for one from some humans to crush, to bring Armageddon and burn them to dust. Hit them hard, hit them low, give them plenty of Daka. Nothing's standing our way. Nothing but words behind. Turn us vanity. Turn us vanity. Turning our students, walking in our skin. Ops only knows how to crump into it. Smashing up tenants and taking the scrap. Smoky bushy sneakers, all them go splat. You think it's bigger? Is that right? Or you bought a knife to a sure fight? There's only one thing that we believe in. A universe is coming for humans. Turn us vanity. Turn us vanity. No beauty you mean.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Art of Lore Show. Hooray! Yay!
Yay!
Yay! All right, Bob, that's all. I did as
Yeah.
much as I could for you.
Fan-fucking-tastic. Tracy, get him.
Oh, thank you. What? Huh? What? Ah! Ah! Ah!
Good. Fantastic. That one only cost me a limited edition shiny Pikachu.
He didn't need it.
He didn't need it, but goddamn did he want it. Tracy's a
No.
dick like that sometimes.
So that means we're going to be doing fun stuff today, right?
Oh, yes. I've reached into the deep libraries of Imperial lore, and I have found the funniest of the knowledge upon these mechanical assholes.
Along with the sandwich, sounds like.
A very good sandwich, especially since you've been up since 4 in the fucking morning.
So I guess we shall be going there. And today we shall be working on Yuki's combat control box. Yay!
And we'll be speaking of the Space Zombie Terminator Egyptians. Yes, that was Space Zombie Terminator Egyptians, that are also sometimes pirates. And their arch enemy is Space Elf Ninja Wizards. Some are also clowns. Pirates, baby. And BDSM junkies. Yeah.
They fight everything, don't they?
Yeah. 40k old lore is a little weird.
Just a little bit.
And to quote a legendary strategist, Necrons, hide the fucking tanks.
Hide the tanks?
Hide the tanks.
Why hide the tanks?
Because let's be honest, Necrons are incredibly heavy anti-armor.
You know, that's actually a very valid point. But don't they, like, melt people as good as armor?
True, but I have more people than I have tanks.
Fair point. People are expendable. Tanks, not entirely.
And against the legendary general who has served against the Necrons for several hundred years, to quote the lady, they lived to face a new nightmare, a war against the machines. Lady General Sarah Connor. Yes, I said Lady General.
Sarah Connor.
Because this is back when GW didn't give a flying fuck about just stealing intellectual property.
Well, don't they still don't?
They don't, but they bitch like they do.
That's
And
Kyle
also-
Tony. He's gonna build that one, apparently.
Also, are they dead? A debatable question.
Oh, they're missing a soul, so I assume they are.
And
Or am I
the
thinking
most-
too human?
you're thinking too human because the bastards just don't stay down. Unless you hit them with the spicy napalm, then they stay down.
The spicy. Isn't napalm already spicy?
No, I'm speaking about the unholy love child of radiation, napalm, and thermite.
Why don't I have any of this?
Because it was issued to the Space Marine destroyers, and it's called Phosphex.
I'm going to hire the magpies to get me some.
I wish we could hire them too. It sounds fun to use.
I mean, I've already nuked you once. Why don't I just nuke you again?
Yes, with the spicy napalm.
Well, no, that time I hit you with the tabletop. I hit you with the spicy air.
You hit me with the spicy air. Now hit me with the spicy chili.
Hey, still did good work.
And as you can guess, we're talking about Necrons, or Robo-Egyptians in space. Totally not knockoffs of Terminator. In space. Yeah, buddy.
I was hanging out with Buddy for like 3 hours before the show.
Oh dear God.
I was watching his stream.
Basically, they're a bunch of soulless and skeletal alien killing machines. Just think gingers with disintegrators led by a robot aristocrats of angry murder machines bound together by space technology magic, like atom flying weapons that strip their targets down to their constituent atoms. You know, doing everything short besides ripping it apart and making a big boom. Fucking amateurs. And though they have been around since the old Rogue Trader era, back then they were called Chaos Androids. Oh, the fucking irony.
Chaos androids.
Chaos Androids, yes.
So what? They were just androids for chaos or something?
Yeah, they were a Chaos faction.
Oh. Oh.
Here, let
Oh.
me add some shit. Here, in the general, if you be so kind, I will throw some I will throw some pictures.
In the
What?
general.
In the general. Of these no neck having motherfuckers.
No neck?
No neck having motherfuckers who look constipated as shit. I am not jesting. For once, I am not just poking fun at the mechanicals. They literally have no fucking neck, and they look like they really need to poo.
They don't have any necks. Oh, God.
And look how they're waddling about.
Okay, then.
Things you learn.
I don't know how to feel about this.
Oh, it gets better. Would you like to see the second edition pictures, my dear viewers?
Second edition. Oh, God, no. Is it as bad as as it already sounds?
Suffice to say, they still have no neck.
Okay, I was figuring the no neck.
And
Also,
he's
wasn't
still...
okay,
Go.
I have a feeling I might be jumping the gun, but wasn't one of their old rules? I will be back. Oh God, he does not have a
Yes.
neck. Hey,
Cricket
Yuki.
feet.
And he's still
Yeah,
waddling around.
Just a bunch of besties
Hey, Yuki, we're
fishing,
working
fishing
on
on a
your,
little pond.
We're working on your models now.
Yeah, it finally
Two
got
besties
in.
with their rods out.
Only took us all of fucking how many weeks?
Currently watching Buddy Fish.
Ah, 'twas a buddy.
Oh, but how you doing, Yuki? How you doing, buddy?
And are you ready to hear the most funny, stupid shit, Alan? They were basically just left there as Necron Raiders for a while,
They were just Necron pirates.
basically. So, get the techno shanties going. Oh,
God.
hulking Orca. Daka.
Oh, hello. Thank you for following.
We got Orc Daka. Things are better now.
The greatest is just Orca Daka Daka Daka.
They basically just sat there like that for all of second edition because, as usual, GW likes to introduce shit and not introduce models for it. Fucking
There was-
typical.
So for second edition, they were just like, "Hey, here's Necrons. Are there any models? No, but they're there."
There's about maybe 2 guys who need to use the loo.
Neck? What's a neck?
What's the cube? Yes, if you ever seen back in the old episodes, Yuki, where I was strangely silent as Alan was giving my favorite blueberry batch an absolute tongue lashing. That's when I was stuck in the cube.
Yeah,
Then
we got 100 followers, so Kyle is in the cube. AKA Trazen stole him, and now he must suffer.
And now he's painting your models, and then he gets to paint something for Trazen. I think it was something called a. Let me see here.
Oh no! See, no. What he has to do, Trazen wants him to build 30. That's right, 30 Belisarius calls. That's how you get out of here, Kyle. You got to build 30 of them. Kyle, can you make some ninja hand symbols since you can't talk? And good night, buddy. Have a good night.
Have a good night, buddy. Two in the poo, one in the poo, two in the loo. But back on the slight topic, it wouldn't be until GW hired a mysterious writer who actually wrote most of their good lore. Can you guess the name of this writer, Alan?
Is it your favorite writer? I forget his name, though.
You are correct. It would be fucking Matt Cocksuckin Ward, who significantly changed their lore. They had the Catan in 3rd edition, but they were the ones who were serving the Catan, not pokeballing them the fuck around.
So they weren't Pokemons at that time. They were actually
Yes.
out and about.
Yeah, they were serving. Then Matt Ward basically changed them to become, if you ever played Warhammer Fantasy, Alan, the Tomb Kings in Spaz.
Tomb Kings. I like the Tomb Kings. I like the
And
lore.
the Catan were demoted to basically being their bitches instead of their gods.
Because they were gods. But then they shared them like goddamn glass.
Yeah. Well, it was basically two people doing the heavy lifting in that regard.
Well, it's because all the rest of them didn't have souls.
Yeah, but it was two Necrons in particular who basically just went, I'm going to beat the ever-living tar fucking shit out of you now. I hope you're ready.
I'm guessing it is the Silent King and Imhotep.
We'll get there, but you are correct about one of them being... And fun fact, Emotep's name during 2nd edition was not Emotep.
Imhotep.
It was not Emotep.
Okay.
It was Asmotep.
As Motep. So
Yes,
ass.
like
Ass.
Motep.
Motep. Okay.
Yes, because he was a fucking ass.
He still was an ass.
Well, you want to know? I will read a small story. He woke up, realized a bunch of orcs somehow broke in, stole his staff of life, right? Staff of light.
Mhm.
So he teleports his entire tomb world to wage war. Allies himself with the Imperium, right? And they're actually getting the fuck along, right?
Yes.
The battle wins, and the Imperials actually return the staff and say, well, thank you for aiding us. I think this is what you were looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Let me
What
guess.
was
He just turns around and murders them.
No, he murders them because the Lord didn't comment on how snazzy his cape was.
What?
That's not a joke. He cleansed an entire sector because the governor did not quote, and I quote you, did not comment on how nice his cape was.
What a dick.
Now you know why he's called Asmotep.
How dare you not comment on how snazzy I look? Murder.
You've only been dealing with several 100,000, maybe million orcs for a month or two.
How
You-
fucking dare you?
Dare you? Gameplay
Blade ones, wear their skin. Make sure they scream. Night Lords!
Fun fact: there was a whole other reason why the Blade ones were stealing the skin.
Oh god, what? Why?
Give you a guess, Alan. What's a part of the skin? It will let your imagination do the rest of the work.
I guess. Well, I know that at first they wanted to wear and eat it.
Nope.
I don't know that because I don't. They want the eyes.
They wanted to wear it and use it for something.
You're just making my mind go into the goddamn gutter.
You're not wrong.
Are these the same dudes with the mustaches?
The same dude with the mustaches.
I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so. No.
You're thinking of the Vostrian. These are Necrons, completely
Yeah.
different faction, our dear Yuki.
Yeah, no. The Valkyrie and the Firstborn are humans. These are Egyptian robots, mummies in space.
Yes. Who are totally not knockoffs of Terminator.
Shh.
Totally.
We don't have the lawyer money yet.
I don't give a fuck. You can't cease and desist somebody who's constantly on the move.
No, I'm not.
Sucks to suck.
Motherfucker. I will
Gabe.
beat the fucking money out of you.
That would imply you catch me first. Before I throw a mastodon at you.
I will buy off Trazen.
Hey, Alan.
Yes.
I have a limited edition shiny Luigi. Do not tempt me.
Okay, don't tempt me. You want to know what? I have a first edition shiny penny. Okay,
Ooh, a shiny panty.
a first edition shiny penny. All right, I have a feeling he's gonna want that more than Mario Shadow.
You see, I have his bones.
You'll never catch me alive, covers. Pretty much. Oh, you know what's even better? Currently, Kyle isn't here to stop the Imperium from fighting each other.
So we must
Brother-
keep calm and we must stay focused, brothers.
Yes, we must torture Kyle.
But gameplay-wise, Necrons used to be during like 5th edition when all their lore got rewritten. Same thing with the Ultramarines. They were used to be stupidly OP. Like, you know how we bitch about them nowadays?
Yes.
Now imagine everything the Necrons have has AP -3.
What?
Because they had the old term destroyer weapons,
Yeah.
D weapons,
Everything of theirs was D weapons, I assume.
all their flyers. And flyers were basically back in the old days. How do I say this? Could only really be countered by other flyers.
So flyers can only attack flyers.
Oh, and this is also where the pariahs disappear from the Necron roster.
Yes, Yuki, torture is fun.
No,
there
the
was
old-
there was no more pariahs.
Yeah, you know the old pariah lore where they basically take a human, make it into a partial Necron, strip of its soul, and use it against chaos.
Yes.
Yeah, that no longer was a thing.
That was the old pariah lord. Now it's just currently just well, they just don't have a soul.
Yeah, let
They're
me
born
see.
without a soul.
Let me see here. What was the comment I wrote down? Oh, here it is. Pariahs were awesome until they were scrapped by our spiritual liege completely because he realized how awesome they were and couldn't stand the idea of some out of limelight stolen from our precious Ultramarines. Yes, I wrote that. Now you
No.
understand my true hatred of this fucker.
You know what? No, fuck you and your Ultramarines, okay? No, Ultramarines don't need everything.
I agree with you.
Okay, I wasn't going to get this far. Continue on.
Blow the tracks off his tank.
I had to sit there for a second as my brain went through the blue screen and I had to rethink something. It's like I agree with you. What? Bob agreeing with me? What the fuck is it? What? Hang on, I'm having a stroke. I smell toast.
On their old lore, it basically went from implaceable alien killers led by Lovecraftian star gods that fed on people's souls to a bunch of misunderstood emos who saw a chance at living longer, took it, and got fucking betrayed by something called the Deceiver.
I know, that is actually very stupid. The man named the Deceiver. What did he do? Oh, it's in his fucking name.
And this is actually right around the time where they introduced our favorite Necron.
Raven?
Not you, Tristan. Shut the fuck up.
Oh,
You love him. You know him. He's everybody's dementia-having dad.
oh, this guy.
Dabutek.
Dad Butek.
Dab.
Oh, Dad. Oh, I just said Dad for a
Sandra-
second.
Sandrak,
Nemesis, Debazar Sandrak.
the Creed of Necrons.
Is that the Krieg of Necrons?
Yes, the Creed of Necrons.
Okay, okay. I heard Krieg, not Creed. Krieg.
We'll get there, Al. Don't you worry. There is basically a Kriegsman of Necrons, and he's funny.
Oh God. What
Next
next in the thing?
We're gonna skip over all that, and we're gonna go right into the funny characters. Let me just see here in my angry notes. We've already spoken of the Necron origins, have we not?
Very in the very beginning of the show.
Fantastic. I shall recap quickly. As I stated before, they were introduced in Space Crusade. Yes, that's what they called the first edition of 40k.
Not Rogue Trader.
Rogue Trader was Rogue Trader. Then it was Space Crusade. Then it became Warhammer 40k. Or, my bad. Space Crusade was Edition 1. Rogue Trader was basically Edition 2. And then we see 3rd Edition, 4th Edition, 5th Edition. As I said, they began life as Chaos Androids, with no neck and having the wobble.
And that's two. I am angry because I must poo. And I can't because I don't have the biology. Oh, is that why they hate human waste? The waste so much because they spent so much of their time having to poo?
I love you for reminding me of that obscure piece of lore. No. The reason why they hate poo so much, because you know what dysentery is?
Dysentery, yes.
Near the end of the Empire, everybody was catching the shit.
Oh.
That's why the Necrons have a burning passion of shit. A burning hatred of poo.
I like mine better. Okay.
Yeah, I do too. Really, the only thing to describe them during 2nd edition was they're pretty fucking derpy.
Derpy?
Derpy.
So not just by looks.
Oh yeah, they all look derpy. Here, let me show you a picture of Ashotep.
Uh-oh.
You're gonna laugh your ass off out this.
Going to go look at Discord.
And the quote, Ashotep, the insufferable, ruler of the Dickhead dynasty.
Leader of the Dickhead
Yes.
Dynasty?
I
Where'd you
said
put it? Where'd you put it in general?
I have not put it in there yet.
No.
I still had to find a proper photo. I will send a two through simply so you can get the whole picture of the old derp that was Space Crusade.
That's the thing.
You see that?
Yeah, go into it right now. What the fuck? Why the hell
Here-
is his goddamn head anal beads?
There's the whole model if you want to indulge your sadness. My question is, why does he have 4 bolts hanging off his face like it was facial hair?
The other question is, why the fuck does his cape look like it's made of goddamn bricks?
Derpy.
That's not derp. That is just nanny the fuck.
And the quote, the mighty lore, an aeons old automaton king with a petulant impatience and obnoxious tantrums of a 7-year-old.
Oh, so it actually says it. You had a obnoxious of a 7-year-old.
Yeah, he would act like a fucking child.
I mean, I'm sorry, but if I was met him, I would die too because I wouldn't talk about his cape.
Yes, you remember what I said about him completely stripping an entire system of life? That was the cape the governor failed to mention.
It literally looks like the yellow brick road.
And just for those fair flying children still in the webway in the warp, traveling a boot in this dark time, recommendation: avoid at all costs. Asatep is easier to insult than a chatty gray hipster at a costume party on Halloween, where there are like three other gay guys dressed as same agnostic superhero you've never even heard of, and they act like you were an asshole if you just didn't immediately recognize it. How'd you like that comment?
All right then. Goddamn.
To be fair, I didn't write that one. That one came from the 4chans. I will leave that to you people to go piss at them. Don't get pissed at me.
Okay then. That's my only response is just okay.
And his accolades. Wakes up. Orcs looted his favorite staff of life. Teleports an entire Tomb World's forces to fight a massive wog 3 sectors over. IG happens to be fighting the orcs. Helps them. At Victory Party. Yes, at the fucking party. The planetary governor doesn't compliment his cloak. Entire subsector devoid of life next week.
He literally went and genocided an entire planet because of how dare they not tell me my cape is snazzy.
Next one. Fighting Tyranids. Rippers won't let him keep them as pets. To this day, nobody knows what's been cutting a fucking path through High Fleet Kraken.
The Rippers won't let him keep them as pets, so he murders an entire High Fleet tendril.
Next one. It's his birthday. The few the planet that hasn't had contact from space in thousands of years forgot. Entire population butchered. Blade ones dance around in rotting flesh and party hats.
Alright.
Helps the Imperial Guard fight chaos for rule over a planet. Weeks into the campaign, Lord Commissar slightly mispronounces his name. The Demon Prince Vashar now rules over Chuck 4.
Is that as in he's like, you dare call me Asmotep, not Asmotep?
Yes,
Planet destroyed.
not destroyed, handed over to chaos.
So he pretty much walks over, kills everyone, says, here you go, have this world, and left.
Yep. Gives Archmagos new shiny Necrodermis body. Becomes most trusted advisor years later. Forgets to polish his resurrection orb for him. Magos is melted down and turned into scarabs. The fourth world where he grew up was obliterated.
Didn't polish my resurrection orb. So I turned you into scarab and bombed your home planet. How fucking dare he is in a fucking, I hate to say this, but in a goddamn battle between him and Perturabo, he is more of a petulant man-child. He makes goddamn Perturabo
Look like a well-adjusted human being. Do you want to
yeah.
hear another one? Admech finds Asmotep in stasis, praises him and writes legends about this legendary Egyptian. Thousands of years later, they forget. He finds the records when he wakes up. They haven't edited the page on Admechpedia in 12,000 years. All Forge worlds in the next 5 sectors are melted into a molten goo.
Okay then.
Hyrule is under attack by Nids. He sees the world being demolished and decides to help. On a rare instance of, I'll be nice. After a month of hard combat, the Nids are all eradicated. The citizens thank the Lord and ask what he would like in return. He asks for a solid gold statue of himself etched in the center of the major city. They comply. He inspects works and finds a 0.5 impurity of silver in the statue.
Uh-oh.
The high world is now a dead world.
This isn't pure gold.
It's
Murder.
It's 0.05% in silver. As you wanted
Murder.
to do etching kind of coolly, bastards. Helping
Oh.
a forge world. One of the titans steps on a single scarab. What do you mean an entire titan legion was eaten by bugs? His tomb ships assist a fleet-based chapter fight off Dark Elder. Battle Barge gets cut in half by accident. The Space Oxen chapter no longer exists.
Wait. What?
He helps a fleet-based chapter fight off some Dark Eldar.
Mm-hmm.
Battle Barge gets cut in front of them by accident.
Oh, I just got cut in half. Like their battle bars got cut in half. He got mad at them and they murdered them.
Yes, I mispronounced that. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Fighting
So-
Cornate Demons incursion alongside another Space Marine chapters, the Knights Sanguine. During the fight, a member of the Assault Squad accidentally rips Asmatep's cloak with his lightning claws.
Let me guess, they no longer exist.
The chapter and their fortress monastery is vaporized. Every Blood Angel chapter receives a vid capture of Asmatep in a new cloak made from purity seals of now extinct chapter, with every mention of the Emperor crossed out and replaced with Asmatep's name. Imperium censors it and hides all evidence, saying the Knights Sanguine were consumed by war. Fun fact: in the old lore, this resulted to a very funny incident in what happened with poor Asmatep.
Uh-oh.
Because back in the old lore, higher Necrons could actually feel pain in their fucking necrodermis.
Okay.
And he ran into a fucking Flesh Terror chapter master. In melee.
Oh, and it went fucking nuts, I assume.
Have you ever heard the term of what would you think would happen if a pit bull got a hold of a toddler?
Mm-hmm.
Asmatep was the toddler. The Flesh Terror was a 300-pound pit bull named Princess.
Okay, I will say this though, pit bulls are fucking adorable, and fuck you for that.
Yes, but I can make fun of the stereotypes, Alan. Yes, I can.
I know, but still, fuck you for that.
Harvesting residents of a local feral world. Here's feral child insulted him. Entire population besides the child is killed.
Wait, the
Last-
entire population charged the child to be murdered?
No, the entire population besides the child is killed by Asmatep. The last image of a sentient creature the child sees is Asmatep mooning him.
This is the ass that you made fun of. You made fun of me? Well, congratulations. You must now live on this world alone.
Asmatep is one of the few remaining lords wearing the original attire of the Empire, right?
Yes.
Always gets made fun of it. Goes around blowing up other sleeping tomb worlds out of spite. Whispers, "Oh, I cannot say that one anymore."
4chan, 4chan is the Wild West. You know this.
Fuck. Yeah, we're gonna call that the gamer word, not the one PewDiePie said. The other gamer word under his breath every time, and we're gonna leave it at that. Okay.
This is the gamer word. Oh my god! When I did the goddamn episode on when I did the episode on the fucking Angry Marines, oh, there was so much I couldn't say.
You know it's bad when Bob stops himself and goes, "Oh shit!"
That's a word that's not allowed in 2023.
I mean, I probably could say it. It's the British say it all the time. It is a British company, but something tells me I'd probably get my kneecaps broken by a funny Chicago woman with a bat.
So yeah, just say cigarette instead. There you
Yes, a cigarette. That word.
go. You
a
mother
stogie.
cigarette.
Yep, and there's Shuki's coming with a baseball bat. Lovely. I have. Oh, nope, maybe with a knife.
Why not both? Why not a baseball bat taped to a knife?
Because I'd rather not get stabbed while getting my ass kicked. But anyway, meets with Admech. They compliment him on his wonderful particle whip.
And what do you get mad about? That they said that they called it a particle whip?
In the next 5 sectors, all Admech forces were destroyed because he confused the staff of light for a particle whip.
I'm sorry. Damn. Pineapple. Yep, pineapple.
Here's a good one. All hot women in a 1 light year radius suddenly absent from their homes. Sweet million-strong rave party in Asmotek's Tomb World. Tries to score with the hottest chick at the party. She points out he doesn't have a penis because he's a robot.
Everyone dead?
Thus did begin the great Rabbit Cost. I had to change the word slightly because that's also something I can't say on a Twitch. Pineapples.
GPS says no.
Azotech meets Angron during the 30Ks. Both end up severely pissing off the other. The only difference is Angron goes to fuck up Armageddon shit, thus starting a game of one-upsmanship. Angron returns from the warp after 100 years of being trapped in it, only to find Azotech waiting for him. Angron is still unable to return from the warp. Dark Eldar tried to settle outside of their shitty city in the webway and bump into Asmotech. He wants them to compliment his new set of spikes. Dark Eldar say it's not spiky enough. Ever since then, they have never tried to settle outside of Kamarog again.
I love how everything is just a very slight pettiness and that he just fucking loses his shit.
I have an entire list of this shit. I'm almost done. You ready? I'll try to speed run this shit. Hey, Aztec, what are you doing with that Tachyon arrow? Just trying something. Watch. And so Aztec shot the Tachyon arrow into the Emperor's back, who had just finished off Horus without a scratch, and would have led humanity into a new golden age of prosperity. What a fucking asshole.
Fuck that guy.
Silent King arrives at Asphotek's Tomb World, talks about saving the living and reunifying the Necrons. Forgets Asphotek's name. Necrons are guided by an unseen force and Nam on 50% of humanity 2 weeks later.
If I can have a good thing, nobody can.
Meet some orcs. They all make fun of his hat, and I would too. It looks stupid. All orcs in the sector now have their asses sewn onto their heads. I'll give him that one. That one's funny.
To be fair, it does look like anal beads. Why do I hear something stopping towards me?
Probably a cease and desist order. Meet Kreptek. Kreptek refuses to let him turn on any or toy with any of his fucking gadgets of Doomsday. Science is now outlawed in the Dickhead dynasty. And no, Twitch, that is not Dickhead. That's Deckhead. Dikhehd.
You are being banned because you said something.
Oh no!
Please give back your skin privileges.
Butchering Dark Eldar. Dark Eldar youth throws shoe at his face. Flayed ones everywhere. Anger Marines and Asshotep's destroyers get into an arguing match over who killed the most Necron or most Tau. It was a tie. They proceed to go to the next world to try to break the tie. There was no more Tau. Blood Ravens are gifted war gear from Asphotech. they find out they couldn't actually use it. They return the Cryptek to him. One has a smudge. Necrons are now confirmed for Dawn of War 3.
What other funny things you have?
One last one. Decides he wants a puppy. Goes to Fenris. Logan Grimnar refuses to wear his leash. Now we know why all the cyber wolves needed replacement limbs.
All right then.
And finally, for the last bit of fucking pettiness of this asshole, Imperial Hive World in the final stages of Tyranid invasion. Astrotech decides to intervene. After many months, the Necrons are finally repelled, or the Nids are finally repelled. Astrotech discovers a single human family, the sole survivors of the entire invasion. Not to worry, though, the nightmare is over. Ta-da! Astrotech proclaims proudly with jazz hands outstretched. The ungrateful fucks kept crying anyway. I'm fairly certain there used to be a planet there. I'm fairly certain.
I'm sorry, but if I saw that do a ta-da jazz hand in front of me, I'd cry also.
If anything gave me jazz hands, I'd be weeping. Now back onto the actual topic of just instead of making fun of Asmotech. Funny fact that is actually supposed to be Emotech. I will say it now. His actual name has never been Asmotech, but he has always been at the head of the Dickhead dynasty. I'll give you 3 answers why.
Well,
A long time ago, before the Eldar, the Necroteer lived on a planet blasted by radiation from their sun. Their short lives were filled with, and I shit you not, cancer, AIDS, and pain.
all at the same time.
Yeah, it was a fun time. The only reason why they formed an empire beyond their planet at all was because they would put their people in stasis pods and make extremely long journeys across interstellar space. But their damage from their sun to their genes was so permanent, they still had short, cancer-prone lives. That's a word I can't say on Twitch. What I call it, well, the sun ass whipping was continuing. There was a giant space of giant space toads named the Old Ones that had already built a vast civilization across the galaxy. They created many races and augmented many existing ones, leaving humanity alone for some reason. We still don't know why. And generally showed off. Oh yeah, they also speculated they've been immortal lizards.
Yes, immortal lizards.
All right, now we're getting really into the deep dive of stupid old lore. Are you ready, kids? The Necroteer, when the Necroteer met the Old Ones, they quickly grew to resent their neighbors. Much like how if you have a very nice lawn, your neighbor will just for some reason piss at it because he can't get his to grow out spotty. Yes, I see you, you prick. Quit doing it. The Necroteer met the Old Ones. I was loving how long the lifespans were with comparison. Resentment grew into bitter jealousy, and finally all-consuming hatred after the Old Ones refused to help the people shitting in their lawns. And they declared war on the Old Ones. Mind you, this would be like Argentina declaring war on the British during the Falklands War. And you guess what happened next, kids?
Bombings?
Ooh, Britannia rules the waves. It was the invasion.
Oh, shit. My bad.
Kyle. And one colossal ass whipping later in several destroyed planets, the Necrons were left clinging to the edge of the galaxy and their fucking lives. It was at this point the Necroteer finally encountered a spaceborne anomaly, some celestial fart gas that did nothing but eat stars. I'll give you 3 guesses why their star was going nuts.
It was because it was being eaten from the inside out.
By space farts. Eventually, for some reason, the Necroteer crafted shells of living metal for them, and They were known as the Catan, literally star god in their Necroton tier, because they just can't make shit simple. The star gods were beings with absolute power over corporeal worlds. I spilled my glue again.
I'm sorry, not to laugh.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, no time.
And they were
Nope.
mortal enemies of the old ones. Necrotyr bargained with the Catan, known as the Deceiver, but only the other Catan called it at that time. I will give the Necrons that tier for eternal life. They knew him as Mahatep, the Messenger. Which, to be fair, it does explain more reason why the Necrons trusted this giant thing. He didn't come to them as the Deceiver. And damn, what happened next was hilarious. Necrons once again break out. They basically, how do I say this? The race had their souls ripped out in a collective unathane, replacing the Necrons with mechanical Necrotyr with the skeletal bodies of the Necrons, space zombies, because they just don't stay fucking dead. Bullshit,
As we all learned firsthand.
bullshit reanimation protocol, horseshit.
Oh, come
So-
on, Bob. You know you love that reanimation protocol, and now the Mechanicus have it too, sort of.
I'm guessing that's probably gonna get nerfed out of fucking oblivion for you.
But hey, for now, I can bring back wounds to my units. It never says I can't bring back models. I can only bring back wounds.
Fucking ridiculous. Wait a minute, if it says you can only bring back wounds and not models, how the fuck were you
No,
resurrecting?
it says I can bring back wounds. It never said I can't bring back models. That's what I was saying.
I was gonna say, you motherfucking cheating prick, I'm gonna come over there and beat your ass.
I wasn't cheating. It never said I couldn't bring back models.
I'm gonna watch it as a clarification go, yeah, we didn't say you could bring back models, you just restore wounds.
Yeah, well, but until then, I still can't though.
Prick.
Dickhead,
Cunt.
mutant freak.
Mechanical, no leg having toaster fucker.
All right, come on, let's get back to making fun of Kyle.
Yeah, we gotta get back to making fun of the now trapped robot. War in the Heaven breaks out. Old ones realize, oh shit, we're losing, and suddenly start beating on the panic button. It was at this moment they created something that they shouldn't have, because they forgot to give it a fucking off switch. The Quark were born. And then problems occurred. After such an ass whipping of monumental proportions, the Catan and the Necrons went to sleep to try to outweight the old ones. Problem is, it was during this time that the Silent King realized the deception. You ever wonder why you only find certain Necron shards?
What?
Because those were the Necrons the Silent King got a fucking hold. Those were the Catan the Silent King got a hold of. He broke the back of the Deceiver over his legs, shattered him.
What
Yes.
if Warhammer and backbreakers?
I don't know, but goddamn, is it humorous? Every book, if there isn't a spine being broken over the knee, it's not a good 40K book. Lionel Johnson does it to some pathetic fucking Chaos Space Marine champion. Lehman Russ does it to Magnus. Vulcan does it to Magnus during the Siege of Terra. Sanguinius breaks both Kibanda and Angron's back over his knees. I don't know about you, but somebody's chiropractor is rubbing his hands together going, good, good.
So much death, so little time. So is that just the way to shatter somebody's soul? Because I know Magnus' soul got fucking shattered when he got back broken.
To do with who did the breaking.
Yeah, it was Lehman Russ.
The Emperor's fucking executioner.
So what is that? Does that mean the Silent King is as powerful as Lehman Russ?
Supposedly, yeah, he's probably on toe with a Primarch.
Oh, because he was able to shatter somebody's soul by just going and WWE.
But yeah, 4th edition comes around, Necrons are OP. 5th edition comes along due to new armor penetration rules. Necrons could still harass, stunlock, and annoy all vehicles, but they're much less able to gun down like a heavy vehicle like a Predator or a Vindicator with simple massed warrior fire. As you know, in 5th edition, not everything could damage everything.
But
So-
I'm guessing they can though.
Not in 5th edition, they couldn't.
Oh,
Mind you, Necrons could still kill a vehicle, but it took a fucking ever to shoot them down. And they would need a shitload of help from a mix of scarabs, doomsday arcs, barge lords, wraiths, harbingers of destruction, in order to pack the quality of anti-vehicle options. Then came 6th edition with rapid fire rule and vehicle hull points. And the Necrons were fucking in force again.
so they got hull points.
Yes, because you could basically... They switched over during 6th edition, if I'm remembering this correctly. Certain areas that had different hull points. Let's say if I took a shot at the side of your vehicle, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I did enough damage to it. I could destroy your treads. I could damage your treads. I can make it so you're... Anytime you move an inch forward, you're going to move an inch left.
Okay then.
So the idea is you actually damage the vehicle. You knock out sponsons. Kind of like what happened with us in Darktide, or in Wrath and Glory.
Yeah, they
Remember
knocked,
that?
knocked out our spines in the very first shot.
Yeah, that shit could happen.
Okay.
And mind you, back in this edition, Necrons had a 4-up save, which was basically on the level of Space Marine Scouts, and they essentially had a delayed 5-up feel no pain rule, 4-up with a fucking orb in the army, and everybody packs the cocksucking orbs.
4-up feel no pains. Oh god.
And Necron Immortals were just Necron Space Marines with a 3-up armor save.
All right then.
And by far, the infamous Monolith has 14 armor on each fucking side and no vulnerable spots. Like in
Well,
6th
It's a
Sixth
fucking
edition.
monolith.
Yeah, 6th edition, you had armor points. Your front was most vehicles was your most armored. Then you had your sides, and then you had your rear, which was lightly armored. This was not the case with the fucking Monolith. Its main weapon cannot be disabled with a weapon destroyed result. The ability to transport your troops out of harm's way or into it if you're a badass. The Monolith is no longer the high, nigh, and vulnerable mountain of... I cannot say that word, Jesus Christ. We're going to call that Grape Snake and move on.
The grape snake.
Grape.
Yeah, the grape snake.
Yeah, the Grape Snake. Its new performance was actually outmatched by a lot of the new Necron vehicles. Which means the Monolith has now been relegated to Apocalypse battles. Thanks, Matt Ward. Thank you. Then came the 7th edition. And Gauss was broken as shit. We're gonna no further instances are needed. It's about as fucking effective as in XCOM Terror from the Deep.
So
If
not
you
very.
ever- No, the old XCOM games.
Oh.
You know, where Gauss guns would punch through several tank hides? Yeah, that. And then we're in the modern day. I'm not going to talk about 8th, 9th, and 10th lore because fuck that. We already know how you got to play the Necrons, spooky, scary skeletons of doom. They have had a spill in Battlefleet Gothic for several reasons now.
Because he actually got a Navy now.
Yep. And in general, Necrons are always ultimately bad news. Any master can and would drop on his party if it got overconfident. Kyle.
Yeah, Kyle. I was waiting for the middle finger. Was that the only one waiting for a middle finger?
Basically, in Deathwatch, this is something Kyle would throw at us if we were playing Deathwatch, Alan, if we started going, yeah, we can take anything.
Okay, well here's this. Fuck you.
And now reasons to be a Necron player. Are you ready, Alan?
Ready.
You look like a fabulously gaudy, gilded space Egyptian robot. You're already dead and I am indestructible, so only entertainment matters. You have lots of DACA. Still doesn't match Imperial artillery, though. You have lots of cheese and quirky rules, which to infuriate your opponent. Once again, fuck you, Matt Word. You're the prick that introduced the Resurrection Orb.
You really don't like Matt Word, do you?
No, the Coruscant ships, bitches. Between this and all the teleported units, you can be more mobile than the fucking Dark Eldar. You are arguably the most technologically advanced race in 40k, and all you did it without the use of warp or cheats. Give yourself a pat on the back.
Okay.
You have basically reason to play Necron for their lore and shit. You have the best in lore troll in the whole fucking franchise. And he currently has Kyle in a tube having to make more calls.
Rise with Belisarius calls, Kyle. You gotta make 30 of them.
Egyptian money robots playing space checks. Maximum grimdark. Maximum fun.
You're not wrong about that one.
Your color scheme is black and green. We all know how awesome those colors are and easy to paint if you're a fucking amateur.
I still think that the easiest thing to paint is always going to be orcs.
Yes, because you don't got to try. And the final reason, you have literal star gods as pets. Star gods.
Fair point.
Praise the asshole. The note calls him spiritual liege, but I will call him asshole.
Praise the asshole.
Praise the asshole. Reasons not to be a Necron. You have no soul. And quoting old movies is heresy. You're not a grimdark machine death march of doom anymore. Well, maybe you are. Depends on what pharaoh you serve. The Silent King's wimpy, let's all turn back to the squishy mortals whining only affects about half of the Necrons still. You will be highly hated due to the amount of cheese in your units. Stares at Kyle. Though this does have an allure of its own. The unholy beast that has handled your race with his touch. Although, to your credit, the fluff isn't Ward Knight level tier of terrible. Yeah, the original Night Lore was also done by Matt Ward, and now you know why they were broken as shit. At least we got Pokemon out of the deal, right, guys?
Yeah.
You can't tell what's a man or a woman because you're all robots. Thanks to the great beast, you can't be friends with Thomas McCabe anymore. If you're an old Krons fan, you're never quite going to get the army you want because the katana have been glorified Pokemon for now 4 fucking editions, and there's no sign of going back to the old lore. Though that's not to say there aren't any actual Skynet style Necrons anymore. I doubt they're going to try to get to a pissing match with anybody in it nowadays. And Allie, you can try to pronounce that name of the person who just said yo.
Season Sora. Boy, you don't want another
Shut-
you don't want another Regaku episode?
Shut the fuck up.
Oh, that was great.
And Alan, you like panic attacks, right?
No.
Now imagine you may at any moment with no reason or warning whatsoever fucking ever be struck by a panic attack as you're not their organic brain, you're not their organic brain suddenly realizes you have no skin to feel, no stomach, no tongue, no oxygen, that makes you desperately panic.
You know, that sounds like I just met a spider.
And now we're gonna do a little bit I like to call the Codicea Go Grabs a Book part of this. Novels and stories featuring the Necrons. Ambition knows no bounds. Along with their summary, rogue trader trying to plunder a Necron tomb world. I'll give you 3 speckles if you can guess how that ends.
Not good, I guess.
But Dust in the Wind, Necrons versus Imperial Fists, Kane's Last Stand, where Kane basically has to. The Necrons appear in the last bit of it and proceed to march of doom a chaos fleet.
Infinity of
King's
the
of
God
Ice,
Emperor,
same thing,
our
King running with
undying
Necrons.
Lord,
Cold Steel,
and by the
Renegade
grace of
Imperial
the
Guard
Golden
attempts to
Throne,
escape at Penal Moon,
I declare
while a
exterminatus.
3-sided war between Necrons, the Space Marines, and Core Knights, featuring a Tesseract Volt. Deimos, Ultramarines versus Necrons, Gark Creed, Wordbearers versus Astartes Primus, with a little splash of Necrons in the late end. Dead Man Walking, Krieg versus Necrons. Dear God Almighty, the Necrons have finally met a foe they can't scare to death.
Wait, who turned his bus?
Death Corps of Krieg versus fucking Necrons.
That just sounds like a never-ending battle.
Basically, the novel puts an extreme focus on the civilians caught in the campaign. Shows a lot of Krieg jackassery. Don't get attached to any of the main characters. That's all I'm gonna say.
Because death.
Echoes of the Tomb. One of the earliest fucking Kane stories in the origin of his fear of Necrons. Bobby Smile, Clone Lord. We already know what happens here. He's a prick. Flayed, Death Specters evacuate civilians from a world that gets attacked by Necron flayed ones every few years. Not what you expect going in. Hammer and Anvil. Sisters of Battle get slaughtered by Necrons, but wait, are they fighting back? Are they actually competent? Quite a nice read. Gives the sisters a lot of street cred. Imperial Armor, Volume 12, The Fall of Orpheus.
All the
Mehetep Dynasty versus the Minotaurs and Death Corps Krieg. Overall,
Oh,
an extremely
God.
cool, if expensive book. Yeah, if you happen to have one of these, Cicero, count yourself blessed. I still can't find one in the States under fucking $100. Indominus, we already know that book. Infinite Circuit, about the Cult Mechanicus procession getting their hands on a Catan shard, and we already know where this is going. And one of my favorite books, and one of Kyle's, The Infinite and the Divine.
Oh yeah, it's literally just shenanigans.
The memeing. The Twice Dead King, Ruin, focuses on a young exiled Necron prince. The Twice Dead King, Reign, same character, different thing. Nightbringer, Ultramarines versus Dark Eldar, and human traders rushing to get to the crypt of the Nightbringer, or perhaps it's just a shard. Let's be honest. It's
Probably a
prob-
shard.
It's being a shard makes you everyone in that room surviving a fucking possibility. Well, this is another reason why Matt Ward was a prick. You know how I told you the Silent King basically had to supercharge himself to go beat the shit out of these Catan,
Yes.
and he's never recovered to that strength again?
Yeah, because they pretty much overloaded the circuits.
A group of Space Marine Ultramarines and a Death Watch kill team in the book wipe out something called the Nightbringer. The Nightbringer, as it's referred to as.
Yeah, no, that always has to be a shard because the Nightbringer is nothing but shards.
Well, it also gives them a possibility of winning that fucking fight. For the love
Yeah, I'm
of
sorry. I'm
Christ.
sorry. You love them, but there's no way they
there's
can
no way.
survive.
There was no Christ way they're going to survive that. Gilliman with the sword of the Emperor is going to struggle against an entire Catan.
I'm sorry, but he probably couldn't kill a Catan, even with the sword of the Emperor.
No, that thing does just rip shit out of reality.
Well, even then, I don't think he'd be able to actually score a hit on that much of a hit on a full on shard, on a full on Catan.
You forget how arrogant these creatures are. But anyway, suffice to say, let's put it this way: avatars of Cain are used to fight Catan, right?
Yes.
And Primarch's body avatars of Cain. Like every Primarch has bodied at least one of these fucking things.
Also, writing is Also, the writing.
Well, Gilliman's is actually at least well written, and Grant's is just fucking funny. Let's see who else. Corvus just kills it without noticing what it is. Lionel Johnson just get the fuck out my way. Lima just, oh cool, a giant flaming sword. Puts his away, starts fist cuffing the damn thing. Primarchs.
Their writing is somewhat stupid.
Well, to be fair, it does lend credence of why it's such a funny, dangerous thing, of why everybody sees a returned Primarch, everybody freezes. Oh, we fucked up. Am I wrong?
Yes.
Just because you have one named character, shut the fuck up, Alan.
I know, it's fucking stupid.
Yes, because there's nobody wants to play the fucking technophiles. Anyway,
Hey, our
Shield of
win rate is just below a fucking Space Marines for the first time since 2nd edition.
first time ever, Alan.
Shut
Not before as they didn't exist in 2nd edition. You just sucked. Shield of Ball Devourer. Necron point of view. Actually very good. Archon the Traveler trying to seize a tomb world. Adding some Necron dynasties and all that shit. When suddenly Blood Angels and Necron and Tyranids appear. Shield of Ball Exterminatus. Campaign book. Very nice. The Spear of Macragge. Basically, if you wanted to read the point of view of a tank command versus Necrons, it's a good read. Gathering Storm Fall of Cadia. We already know Trayson unleashes the Pokeballs. The Word of the Silent King. The Silent King himself dealing with the Blood Angels. It seems the old Necron Monarch has been an acquaintance of Sanguinius himself. I'm still waiting for that fucking bit of lore. I don't know what. If you know what I'm talking about, Alan.
I think I know what you're talking about.
You know, when the Silent King met with Dante wearing a death mask of Sanguinius.
Yeah, I believe I get that.
The World Engine, that's one of the coolest, if not the coolest Space Marine novel ever. It narrates a fight between the Astral Knights, the Necron dynasty from Boreas. If you like the entry in the Codex, go for it. War in the Museum, the short story, Trajan knows the problems of having living creatures as part of his life-size dioramas. This is the one that I told you about where he gets his ass bodied by I think it is. This is the book that dictates him getting an ass whipping from a custodian.
That it was funny.
Oh shit, secure the cork. Secure the Primarch. Looks at the part that has a Shadow Keeper on it, notices it's not there. Oh, I miscalculated.
I would think he was saying his whole thing is better than the Quark.
Immediately feels hands on his shoulders, but only slightly. Now I shall read you a name of Necron lords. Papalith, Shamenko, Emotek the Stormlord, the de facto most powerful Necron ever. The Silent King, the most powerful Necron ever. Nemesis Vandrek, we know him as total bro and completely senile. Trayson, the Lulz. And because fuck Orican, because he's not fun.
Fuck Orkin?
Fuck Orican, he's not fun. So I'm not even going to crack a trick about it.
He's the only guy that said, "Hey, this isn't a good idea," and everyone said, "Shut the fuck up, nerd." Who
Yes,
cares
but
if
now-
you can see the future and you see us being enslaved and us regretting our decision? Fuck it, we're doing it.
Well, the best thing is he couldn't see the future back then. He just had common sense. Ah, Kyle, you may unmute yourself now. I have paid Trace 2 Speckle to allow you to speak.
2 schmeckles, huh?
That's all
Yes,
it took.
two ancient coins from Terra. 2 Schmeckle they are called. Necrons.
Those fucking old models. Oh my god, they hurt my eyes.
How'd you like having no neck?
That is so bad. Oh my god. The one thing I can't fucking believe, I spilt the fucking glue again. 3rd fucking time.
And I'm also about to introduce you to your most greatest character, Kyle. You ready?
Greatest character?
Yes. The greatest character in all the old 40k lore of all Necron rosters.
Okay.
Come on. The mighty Papalith.
Papa Lift.
Yes, the mighty Papalith.
The fuck is that?
It's exactly what it sounds like.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. You put it in the Discord, I saw it. Oh, what the fuck?
And to quote, an old crotchety Necron monolith.
Oh, I hate these dogs with the open mouth.
I bet you do.
They suck.
So Kyle, where are those 30 Spellslayers called?
I'll ship them to you. Just hold your breath until they show up.
That's just rude.
Fuck that model. That's why you only have one named character, because they suck to build.
I concur, good sir. I concur.
How about you build the 30 Spellslayers calls then?
No. Fuck yourself. How about you finally do something and do it yourself?
Have you seen the orcs he tried to build?
I know
Yes,
it's horrible.
Have you seen his fucking, what was it, Gargant?
Did I put the legs upside down?
Yeah.
Wait. Alan spent how much money on a model?
Oh, not a Gargant. What was his fucking, what the fuck was
Gork.
it?
No,
Uh,
no, it was
Morkanite?
Gorkanite. It was Gorkanite.
Gorkanot, that was it.
I was just say I was like, Alan actually bought a Forge World Titan model,
I ain't that
and you
rich.
fuckers are. I'm saying you fuckers are coming at me for my spending habits.
It was only like 80
So-
bucks.
For those of you that I couldn't say hi to, hello Yuki, hello Sora, hello hulking orc Daka. Thank you for the follow. I was stuck in the cube. I was unable to say hello to everybody. I tried to wave the best I could, but only so much. Well, I almost got all the
But yeah.
dogs done. Doggos. I just gotta do the big doggo.
The big pupper.
Yeah, apparently there's 2 gorehounds in with all these bloodhounds. Or flesh hounds. They're called flesh hounds, and the 2 gorehounds.
Yep.
And then I have all the bloodletters to build. I will build them off on the side. I won't do that for the show because I already did that with Chris when I did his bloodletters on the show. But I would like to try to build, or at least just show off. I got blood crushers here to build. Which
Ooh, fancy.
blood crushers actually look pretty dope. And then we shall paint them for Yuki.
Yes. You can
So,
tell by the chat, Yuki
some of
was
the
waiting to
show-
stab us.
some of the show we'll be painting some of these for the show for Yuki. And then I want to try to get on Bob's tanks on the show. I'll do them on the side and on the show.
Yes, Imperial armor for the win.
Oh man. So, Bob,
Oh shit!
is that the end of the show?
Yes, and with a little bit of sneak peek of what we're gonna do next week. It's gonna be another mini topics because, dear God, none of these things that has been suggested by our dear Cicero can make a full topic. We will speaking of Xenos
Ooh, just Xenos in general.
and Xenos. You know, like Umbra, Ambles, Enslavers, Catachin
Oh,
Devils.
So like all the small Xenos, kind of.
Yes.
Deal.
Grox,
The odds and ends.
or should I say, space lizard beef.
Say, isn't that like their burgers? Crocs
Yeah.
burgers.
Yeah. Space. It's just space lizard.
So they're
It's
space
space-
cow lizards.
Yep. Though to be fair, ambles are also used for that same purpose because apparently, can I shoot it? Yes. Is it toxic to eat? Well, no. But then, cool. I'm gonna grill it on I'm gonna cut it up, make a steak, and cut and grill it.
Well, when
I'm
you're
sorry,
the
but anything
Imperium
that's
full
usually-
of fucking billions upon billions of trillions of people, you need to get whatever you can get your hands on to feed them, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, besides, what's the other food staple? Corpse starch?
Actually, fun
I
little
wonder
fact.
what corpse starch is made out of.
Fun little fact, lore-wise, only 2 groups of people use corpse starch as their primary food ingredient. Can you guess what they are?
I assume one is Kriegers.
Can you guess the other one?
Not really.
AdMech. Everybody else actually tries to feed their fucking citizens.
Well, AdMech, I mean, I could just see them being like, this is the most efficient way.
That's actually their excuse for it.
I could see them saying that.
What, using corpse starch, right?
Yes.
It's more efficient, so we're gonna do it.
Yeah, it's more efficient. I mean, what else are you gonna do with all the dead bodies?
To the point where
Alan, you know what I wouldn't? You know what surprises me?
What?
Experiments. That's what you would do with them. And don't say you.
Well, they gotta be alive to figure out what one to do, what it does.
Ashes of Armageddon. I just got back. Can you talk about the Steel Legion now?
He's like, I'm back. All right, let's talk Yark. He's like, so when's Yark Monday start?
When they start releasing new lore about Yurk. Oh wait,
he's dead.
Oof. Too soon?
he's deader than fucking Ferris Madness. But yes, next week will be mini or mini Xeno races. And if you would like to suggest a topic for us to cover, you can please head to our wonderful Send Out the Explorer feats in our Discord. Shameless plug, by the way. And suggest a topic for Bob to talk about and annoy these my two friends with, while they either paint, spill the glue, or just shit talk.
A lot of times it's spilled the glue.
Spill the glue is a major
Yeah,
thing
I
for
don't
Kyle.
know why the fuck I keep spilling the goddamn glue. We need to make an emote of just glue on the floor.
Spilt Nolan oil will be the next emote.
I have not done that yet.
I
Knock
can bet
on
you just-
wood. I have not spilt the shade.
I just see Kyle's face when it happens. Why has this happened to me?
No. Armageddon doesn't like your Yark comment.
Well, try not being fucking dead. Not my fault. But who knows? Maybe when you do the Sicarians and the Kratos, we might speak about heavy armor.
Get the tank episode.
Yep. It's fun little fact. Space Marines aren't allowed to actually be equipped with super heavies anymore.
Yes,
why you
is
don't
the
see-
keyword there.
Yeah, current lore-wise, Space Marines are not allowed to have super heavy tanks.
Well, yeah, because they're
Why?
traitors.
Yeah, they're traitors.
Well, there's a bunch of reasons.
Yeah, they're traitors.
I'm sorry, what was that coming from the fuckers who try to succeed from the Imperium every 10 minutes, only to be met with the implication of the what was it called again? The last wall.
Well, I'm sorry, but if the Imperium wasn't always about to fall every 5 seconds.
Hey, Mars boy, this is why Metallica better.
I agree with you there. Fuck Mars.
Hey, asshole at the edge of ultramarine galactic space, Lucius better.
Now you just hold right there for a second.
I'm sorry, how many Titan Legions do you have again? Oh, wait.
Hey, who's Space Marine? Who's Space Marine tactical chapter fell to two Castellan robots?
Yeah, wiped an entire one squad. Calm your tits there, boyo.
Yeah, an entire squad just wiped from two Castellan robots, and you couldn't do any damage to them.
Yes, because you have bullshit rules for them, and I don't have stratagems.
You have
Just wait.
stratagems, you just didn't use them.
Yes, just wait till I get some nukes out on the field. And to be fair,
still hit though. Still hit though.
Hey, Kyle, was he like this when you kicked his ass too? Loses most of his ranged units except the fucking Castellans. Oh, the Castellans OP. Yeah.
Still hit though.
One attack wipes half a squad, panics, pulls them out of combat.
And then that wasn't a smart move.
No, immediately got jumped by Devastators.
And won.
Well, because he charged them like a fool. I hate to say it. You don't charge You don't charge heavy weapons into a melee, for fuck's sakes.
He's only 8. Okay.
Yeah,
give
no,
him a
I'm not
break.
I'm not giving him shit. It's just one of those. Okay, maybe you know something I don't.
Hey, he almost got the point. And if he would have
Yes, he
gotten the
did.
point, he would have got the game for you guys. So
Yes, he would have.
It was
a-
I'm gonna try or lose, so fuck it, let's go.
Yeah, a gamble is a gamble. I can only be upset with the result if it fails. But no, he did pretty good there. I wish he had gotten that Terminator Captain Warlord into combat a little faster, but
He just waits till the last battle round when everyone's dead. It's like I can just imagine like he gets out of his chair, like, oh well, I guess I ought to do something. He's the last
Like-
one on the board.
Librarian, I cast Smite! Smite!
I know your smite wiped out half my fucking half that army.
Yeah, no, and I realized for the points I can take, I'm just going to take 3 or 4 librarians from now on. Or 2 librarians simply for the command points. Oh, each squad gets a librarian, plus no feel, no pains. Or no, it was invuln save.
You gotta get like a 5-up info save.
Or I'll make a 500-point army, Alan. I'll just have the lion with the lion guard
Let's see,
and
10th
watches the
edition
panic.
has a limit of 3 of the same model.
Fuck it, that's 3 smites going out.
That's fine. You're just limited at 3, as long as they're not a
I need to
epic
pull
hero.
out some Sisters of Silence.
Epic
Fuck
hero you can only have 1 of.
Bold of you to Alan, you're saying shit that your wallet can't afford.
I noticed.
Only one of us has poor life choices.
I know. I must talk to the wife if I must be allowed, and most of the time it is no.
Second I get my hands on a blade captain, though, I'll probably run a custodian list or a blade champion. Have you seen them, motherfuckers?
I don't know. No, and I don't want to now.
12-inch movement.
What?
And they have 7 attacks.
Like, just what your custodian boys?
Yeah, it's called the Blade. I think it's 7 attacks. I know it was 7 in 9th edition. It's a Blade Champion. Here, let me bring up the rules for it. I'll read it to you just to see Alan's face. See here. Adeptus Custodians. Index Custodians. Data Sheets. Blade Champion. Here we are. Movement 6. Toughness 6. Save 6. Or save 2 up. Wounds 6. Leadership 6+. Command point there. Invuln save 4. Melee weapons. Volt Sword Beathamir, Hurricanus, and Victus. Behemoth is precision, attacks 6, weapon skill 2 up, strength 7, AP minus 2, damage 2.
Damn.
The Hurricanus is 9 attacks, weapon skill 2, or 2 up, 5 strength, AP minus 1, 1 damage, sustained hits 1. Volt Sword Victus, 5 attacks, 2 up, 6 strength, AP minus fucking 3, 3 damage, devastating wounds.
Devastating wounds, AP minus 3.
Yes,
Jesus.
and 3 damage.
And 3 damage. Jesus Christ. Damn. This is why we need to do the tabletop episodes. We gotta do one here. We gotta like one figured out how we want to do it. We can just go
Abilities,
through
Deep
factions.
Strike. And you want to hear some weeaboo shit? Faction abilities, Martial Kata. Martial Inspiration.
Martial Kata?
Yes. At the start of a fight phase, select one kata stance from the list below to archetype for your army until the end of the phase. While the kata stance is for your army, each unit from your army within this ability gains the relevant ability. They are the kata stance. Each time a melee attack hits the target, subtract 1 from the hit roll. Drakati stance. Melee weapons equipped by models in this unit have sustained hits 1 ability. All of them. Rendex stance. Melee weapons equipped by this unit have lethal hits ability. I can hear the what the fuck. Oh, and Legacy of Combat. You can target this model's unit for a heroic intervention stratagem for 0 control points, and can do so even if you already targeted a different unit with that stratagem this phase. While this model is leading a unit, you can re-roll advance and charge rolls made for that unit. In addition, once per battle, the model's unit is eligible to declare a charge in the turn in which it advanced.
Nani?
Remind me, an advance is an extra d6, right?
Yes. 2d6.
2d6.
D6.
D6.
Oh.
So,
Oh, charge is 2d6.
so at max range, with this ability, a blade captain in a squad can go 6, 12 inches, 2 fucking feet across the map to get into melee.
Oof. Well, now.
Can you say some broken horse shit?
Sounds like something needs to get fixed.
Yeah, a lot of things need to get fixed in 10th edition.
No, just a couple of things. Stuff that's not Necrony.
So
He's not-
Are we calling it today, or we gonna keep going?
I mean, I could keep talking about tabletop shenanigans.
Well, I think we're probably going to have to finish it for today. 'Cause I'm not going to lie, I am dead tired.
I agree with you there.
I pulled another 13-hour shift today, and I only got about 3 or 4 hours of sleep. So I am ready to just pass out.
But we'll end it on this. Trajan Valorous' weapon, the Watcher's Axe. 6 attacks. Weapon skill 2. Strength 10. AP minus 2. Damage 3.
Yeah, I have a unit that can get 10 attacks. My engine seer, but only if a vehicle dies. Then,
You know what?
he just doubles his attacks.
Now, you want to hear the really funny thing? Feel No Pain 3.
That's broken.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
that.
Stones, that's why.
Well, it's 8. My bad. My dearest apology. That's only if I bring a Victrix into the fight. You know, the big shield banner.
Yeah.
Yeah, also his invuln save goes down 1. So 3 plus invuln. Suffer.
Even worse.
Don't fuck with the Banana Men.
Well, then again, with the banana man, you only get like 7 models.
Yeah, you get 7 models. You gotta hope to God you don't roll 1s on. Mind you, on the bright side, I could just immediately deep strike and get into melee combat with you.
That's the only way to fucking do it.
And if I did read that right, all custodian weapons have assault.
So they can charge or not charge. They can advance.
Shoot
and
in melee.
No, advance
Oh.
and shoot is assault. Pistol is shoot in melee. It has to have the pistol keyword.
Oh, if it advance, yep, you're right. I'm thinking old lore.
You'll get there, Bob.
I know. I'm still fucking stumbling in the dark here.
Well, you haven't played since 7th, so you have an excuse.
What? Blast templates? Not exist no more? No.
You're like, blast template. Where's the blast template? What is that?
What the fuck is that? You expired blueberry. Like, wait,
Oh,
blast templates are a thing no more? No. I
Never
saw
heard of it,
blast.
Bob.
I saw blast 5, and I'm like, okay, so it's a 5-inch blast template. Cool. Not
It's like, nope.
God, when we sit down and have that talk, Bob's gonna go on a mini rant. What do you mean I can no longer hit a fucking group of enemies with a fucking with a literal sun?
I said no. It's not allowed.
Melt is still hit though.
Hey, good.
If I could have gone back, I would have swapped out the plasma cannon for a multi-melta.
I still think though my sniper, the few times it did hit, it would have hit hard if you didn't make that invul save.
We're not going to talk about snipers in that match.
Yeah, your LV. What was your LVP of that match, Bob?
Vindicare Assassin couldn't landed one hit the entire fucking match.
The sniper assassin with the sniper gun, who's supposed to be super shooting sniper boy, could not sniper boy.
Wounds on hits on a 2-up, wounds on a 2-up against most targets, including the fucking Castellan robots, just couldn't hit the fuck and all.
Well, you never actually even shot at the castle robots too.
Yes, I did. You're damn right I did, because I shot 3 times. First it was at your leader, he missed. Then it was a Castellan, missed. And then it was the fucking Necron
You
Lord.
tried to shoot my Technomancer,
Yes.
and you
Missed.
shot through his ribcage apparently.
Yeah, you shot the Technomancer twice. First was a miss, the second time you hit.
You're right. The tanks shot at your Castellan robots.
Yeah, they were the ones shooting at that, and they didn't do too good either.
Ugh. But that is the Art of Lore show, everybody.
I want to thank everybody for stopping by for our 100th episode.
The fun times shall continue.
Please, if you enjoyed, give us a follow. Check out our Discord. We have a
In
Discord.
fealty of the
all that
God
fun
Emperor, our undying Lord, and by the grace of the Golden Throne,
stuff. We're being exterminatus.
I declare exterminatus.
I never really use it, but we do have a Instagram, sadly.
I know. Hate us later.
I just never use it, but there is an Instagram, and I should probably start putting more stuff on, because I have painted a lot of stuff since I used the Instagram. There's nothing on it. So, what are you going to do? But, I want to thank everybody for stopping by. Art of Lore Show, 100th episode. It's been great. We're going to raid somebody.
Oh, 20 is on. You want to rate him?
Yeah, let's go over see how 20's doing. He's playing some Devil May Cry 5. Sounds like fun.
Oh, cool.
We haven't raided 20 in a while. Let's send everybody his way.
Let's go annoy him.
But yes, thank everybody for stopping by. I hope you all enjoyed the show. Yeah, just I don't know, just whatever, sell out stuff. Just buy Dubby with the Art of Lore code. Check out our Discord because I'd love to see your minis if you want to see ours. We're gonna start talking tabletop here soon, hopefully, so you can join in on that if you're into the tabletop. Let's do more table talk. T's with your T words.
Words.
I see the scrap
too
code is
exhausted for
working.
This shit, man. I'm
4 out of
burnt
5.
out.
You needed more Yorick.
I'm so glad I was in the cube today. Otherwise, I was gonna be dead.
And Armageddon said 4 out of 5 needed more Yarrick.
Need more Yarrick. Oh yes, Armageddon. We're aware. We just have to have like one random like fact of Armageddon every show just to make Armageddon happy. Just like out of nowhere, be like, oh, today's tip number whatever. But everybody, as the time winds down, I have to say it again. Good night, everybody. Thanks for stopping by, and we hope to see you in the next one.
Good night, everybody.